Welcome to the Month in Review briefing. This briefing will highlight the weather of August 2014, as well as the temperature and precipitation outlooks for the month of September 2014. This graphic is from the High Plains Regional Climate Center and shows the departure from normal temperatures for the month of August 2014. The time period for the normals is 1981 to 2010. A value of 0 would mean that the location reported a normal average temperature for the month of August. Most of the region reported above normal temperatures for the month of August, with some locations as much as 5 degrees above normal. A few locations in east central Oregon reported near to slightly below normal temperatures for the month. The next graphic is also from the High Plains Regional Climate Center. This shows the percent of normal precipitation for the Northwest for the month of August 2014. A value of 100% means that the location reported their average monthly total precipitation. For August 2014, most of the region reported well above normal precipitation due to thunderstorms producing heavy rain. Some locations along the Cascades and in the Blue Mountains reported below normal precipitation amounts. The month of August was warmer than normal for most of eastern Oregon and eastern Washington. Several weather stations reported monthly minimum temperatures in the top 5 warmest monthly minimum temperatures on record for the month of August. Heppner, Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 56.7 degrees. This was the 4th warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 58.3 degrees set in 2004. Pendleton Dam in Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 55.5 degrees. This was the 4th warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 56.9 degrees set in 2004. Downtown Pendleton, Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 56.5 degrees. This was the 4th warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 58.7 degrees set in 2004. The Dalles, Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 63.5 degrees. This was the 4th warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 64.2 degrees, set in 1967. Whitman Mission in Washington reported a monthly minimum temperature of 55.3 degrees. This was the 4th warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 57.2 degrees, set in 2004. Bend, Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 50.7 degrees. This was the 2nd warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 50.7 degrees, set in 2004. Sisters, Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 47.7 degrees. This was the 2nd warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 47.8 degrees, set in 2004. Goldendale, Washington reported a monthly minimum temperature of 53.7 degrees. This was the 2nd warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 55.1 degrees, set in 2004. Yakima, Washington reported a monthly minimum temperature of 57.8 degrees. This was the 2nd warmest August minimum temperature on record. The warmest August minimum temperature on record is 58.3 degrees, set in 1977. La Grande, Oregon reported a monthly minimum temperature of 55.7 degrees. This tied the previous record. The previous warmest August minimum temperature was set in 1999. Mount Adams Ranger Station in Washington reported a monthly minimum temperature of 52.7 degrees. This tied the previous record. The previous warmest August minimum temperature was set in 2004. 2 stations broke their record monthly minimum temperature for the month of August. Condon, Oregon reported 55.2 degrees, breaking the record of 55.1 degrees set in August of 1961. And Kennewick, Washington reported 65.2 degrees, breaking the record of 64.5 degrees set in August of 2004. A low-pressure system impacted the region between August 12th and 14th. A southwest flow ahead of the low brought afternoon thunderstorms on the 12th. These thunderstorms produced heavy rain in central Oregon and in south-central Washington. A weather spotter in Condon reported a half inch of rain in 15 minutes, while a spotter 5 miles southeast of Cliffdale reported 1.5 inches of rain. These storms also produced very strong winds across the Columbia Basin. Blowing dust reduced visibilities to less than a quarter mile in Hermiston and less than a half mile in Kennewick. Wind gusts up to 68 miles per hour were reported 14 miles north-northwest of West Richland, and winds gusted up to 46 miles per hour in Pendleton. Pictured here is a tree that was uprooted 10 miles west-northwest of Pendleton, and a 3,200-pound shed was moved 20 feet near Richland. The low-pressure system moved inland across the area on the 13th and 14th. Thunderstorms continued to develop across the region, bringing heavy rain and large hail. A small F-0 tornado, pictured here, touched down in an open field near Rattlesnake Mountain, 10 miles east of Sunnyside, during the late afternoon on the 13th. Small hail accumulated to a depth of 2 inches in Meacham, while hail up to 1.75 inches fell 7 miles southeast of Meacham on the 13th. In Bickleton, 1.5 inches of rain fell in 1 hour on the 13th, plugging culverts and causing standing water on the road. A spotter 4 miles east of Ellensburg reported 1.25 inches of rain falling in 20 minutes. Heavy rain was reported 10 miles west of Hermiston with 1.68 inches of rain falling in 1 hour. And a spotter in Bend reported 2.46 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, ending at 5:41 p.m. on the 14th. And now, we will turn our attention to the forecast for September 2014. This graphic is issued by the Climate Prediction Center, or CPC, and is the temperature outlook for the month of September. The cool colors indicate a greater chance of below normal temperatures, and the warm colors represent a greater chance of above normal temperatures. The time period for the normals runs from 1981 to 2010. The Pacific Northwest is forecast to have a greater chance of above normal temperatures for the month of September. This graphic is CPC's precipitation outlook for the month of September. The green colors represent a greater chance of above normal precipitation, and the brown colors represent a greater chance of below normal precipitation. Portions of the east slopes of the Cascades and Central Oregon are forecast to have a greater chance of below normal precipitation. The rest of the region is under equal chances. This means that the probability of the most likely category cannot be determined, and the expected likelihood of above, below, or near normal temperatures doesn't differ from the climatological odds of 33.3% for each category. Please remember that these are probabilities of averages, and that the day-to-day weather will still vary for the month of September. This concludes our briefing. Please continue to visit National Weather Service web pages for the latest weather information, including watches, warnings, and advisories. Thank you for your time.